And we told you this was going to happen. So now we have cons going on. And we have Kristen Stewart out there saying that she wants to make a movie and put it on YouTube. This, along with the fact that Markiplier's Iron Lung is going to be coming out onto YouTube. And then an article from the Hollywood Reporter, the indies are dying, long live the indies. And they're talking about how they have to find alternate ways to get funded and where to be placed. And I guarantee you it's probably going to be YouTube. Because as we've told you, Hollywood's pissed. They have been displaced. So now their answer is we're going to go to YouTube. So the creators were good enough to do all their work for years to build up this platform for Hollywood to now just be like, oh, now you're worth it. Now we want to use you. So now we're going to come in and take it over, which is what we've seen with many platforms. We saw it with webcomics. Now they're coming for this with movies. I mean, shocker. Told you this is going to happen. When you have the channels that are out there, of the 50 top channels a week, half them are from India, and you have Mohan bragging about sending money that way, and then then you have people that are smaller channels getting demonetized for no reason. Then people were saying about how Mr. Beast channels were taking a hit with the viewership because they're pivoting to kiss Hollywood's ass, and they're going to go welcome it, and that's what they're all doing. They're all planning on, I'm just going to do stuff and put it on YouTube. All right, well, I'll get funding. We'll put it on YouTube. And that's what they're trying to do. Even if it's a proof of concept, we're going to put it on YouTube and then we'll take it to the mainstream. And that's what they're all doing. And that's why people are getting pushed out. And that's why I think you're seeing a lot of the weirdness you're seeing and algorithm changes you're seeing, because they're trying to make way for Hollywood to come in. Been telling you. So before we get into it any further, please like and subscribe. If you do, I'll give you a woohoo. Woohoo. I am Geeky Sparkles, and hello. Kneon is not here for this video. He will be doing videos, but he's losing his voice, so he's trying to limit how much he speaks today. I'm also told to remind you all that you can get more of us if you go out to more.clownfishtv.com. So you can see different paywalled content. I think there's some other content that's not paywalled, but check it out. There might be some things you haven't seen yet, or if you want to subscribe, it's, super chat level payment and you can subscribe. And you only have to pay it once a month. So we don't do a lot of live streaming. So anyway, Kneon sent this over to me, and it played in some other things that I saw. So I was puzzle piecing it together. Variety had put this up. Kristen Stewart, she's over there in cons with everybody else because what's one giant, let's be real, it's one giant circle jerk. I mean, standing ovations for 15 minutes are just absolutely stupid and pointless, other than to be like, who's going to blow who else harder. That's basically what it's about. And now she's over here going that she's going to make a movie and put it on YouTube. So she said, whatever money we make from that, whatever she's talking about, will be spent on the next one. And there'll be a trickle down effect. I just don't want to talk to these bros anymore, meaning like the people with money in Hollywood. I love Hollywood. I love big movies. I don't think it'd be very good. I don't think it'd be very good at making them. I want to make weird shit, which, hey, cool. And I'm fully okay doing that in a kind of insulated, bizarre way. But I don't want to do the thing where I wait 5 years for someone to give me $1 million and make something. I'm going to make it effing tomorrow and put it on YouTube. Yeah, she's talking about this full film movie she's doing. And we're going to talk about some of this other stuff in relation to the indies, because they're talking about some other situations going on over there right now with indie films. They asked, you've talked a bit before about how difficult it is to make films in the U.S. and your desire to work internationally. They're talking about that. She said, I'm so sick of the rules. I'm so sick of the system. Aren't we all? It's not designed for artists to express themselves. We're really under thumb with different priorities that don't align with real dream making. Basically, studios want to make money. I don't mean to wax poetically, because I mean so very literally. I just don't think that it's possible to create a sort of radical, vital work under capitalistic parameters. We're going to talk about that in another article. They're talking about cons because they said a lot of times what happens over there is people get independence picked up. And that's what we're going to talk about this. The Hollywood Reporter. The indies are dying. Long live the indies. They're basically talking about how everybody would go there for the pre-sale market. You'd see what was the cool indie film being shown over there. And if you thought it was good, they'd grab them up. Bidding wars. They'd put them on, the different networks. And then it went to streaming services. And then we had the collapse of Hollywood. Because if people were overspending, they were greenlighting everything. We had the strikes, which then, you want more money. There's going to be fewer of you left. And it's just contracting, which again, we said would happen. And people called us names, and it happened. And now they're in a position where indies aren't getting a free shot, or getting the shot they used to get when they would go to the film festivals, because people aren't picking them up there like they used to. They're saying here, they said business is slow. And they said it would be at least only a handful of big deals or bidding wars. But they said that usually what it is crickets. The old model, sustained by the indie ecosystem, is visibly fraying. At its center was the pay one television window, predictable lucrative revenue stream. They could take risks on projects and pre-sale it. They basically would give you money up front, and then you get names attached to it, and they put it through. Now, unless it already has an established group of people behind it, and it already has named actors, they're not interested. So indies are becoming less and less of a thing, and they're relying more and more on other outlets because they aren't getting traditional advertising or mainstream media coverage. So they said that this one company, Watermelon, deploys WhatsApp groups, local community leaders, and social media influencers to drive audiences to cinemas. They're talking about different things. They talked about Markiplier and Iron Lung, and they said because he was a YouTuber and game personality. So that's the difference. He already had the audience. There are a lot of celebrities that try to go to YouTube and the crickets for them because nobody cares. Like, they only want to see you in a movie. They don't care what your opinion is, especially if you're insufferable and a dick. Markiplier already had the audience, and it was audience support for him personally is what drove the film. They're talking about how it's a lot harder now, and they're talking about, WhatsApp groups to drive, people's interest in these. And they're talking about YouTube and how everybody's going to YouTube. Meanwhile, Markiplier, as we talked about before, he did really well with his Iron Lung. He's going to release it digitally, but it's going to be on YouTube. So Markiplier's film adaptation will get a digital release before the end of May. It'll be a YouTube exclusive. Deadline reports that Mark Fishbaugh, Markiplier, revealed during the Cannes Film Festival panel that the digital release on YouTube will happen on May 31st, and it's YouTube exclusive. He said he's loyal to the platform. I'm sure, he's getting his butt kissed by Mohan. He's out there kissing his ass, kissing Hollywood's ass, kissing everybody's ass, because he wants them all to suck his ass. Markiplier's video is typically free to watch. This will be a paid release. Yes, because YouTube gets money. And it's not revealed, but most movies cost $20 to $30 for the digital. So it's going to be digitally released on YouTube, but you have to pay for it. So that's what they're going. Hollywood's going to start releasing stuff on YouTube, but you pay for it. Because there's a lot more people on YouTube who might be willing to pay for it than people that are willing to go out into the movie theaters. You're going to cut out the movie theaters. People are worried about Paramount and Warner Brothers. You should be more worried about YouTube. Because they start doing this and they start making it more mainstream and they start releasing movies there. They're going to start taking a digital first approach, and it's going to cut out the movie theaters. It's going to cut out a lot of other people and a lot of hands that stuff money passes through in Hollywood. It could go directly to Mohan and crew, and then they're just going to take their cut, and it's going to go on YouTube. And that's what they're all headed for, including Kristen Stewart. Here she's talking again about the festival. She goes, there's 3 films that go to the festival and do well, bought by the studios, that I somewhat admire that they do well at distributing them and winning effing Oscars, and that's cool. But it's like totally not enough. And what are we are going to like wait to be chosen, like the effing golden ticket? You know what? I'm sorry, Kristen Stewart. What pisses me off about this attitude, like, I'm just going to put it on YouTube, is that people built the platform. People who are now they're the ones getting fucked and getting their channels taken away and getting demonetized and all this other stuff, as all these changes keep making way for people like Kristen Stewart to come in. I get tired of it. We saw it with Webtoons. Came over here, had a bunch of people, got them to build up Webtoons and make it huge. And then they pretty much, okay, now we're bringing all our people in and taking it over. We see it time and time again. And I'm frankly getting effing sick of it. I'm getting tired of, they look down on you until you can't be ignored. And then you got, Iron Lung out there and stuff. And now they all want to come and put their TV shows on YouTube and their movies on YouTube. And Mohan's, out there at the upfronts now trying to push this stuff because we're going to make YouTube like the biggest thing ever. And he's going all Hollywood. And I'm like, bitch, can I call you bitch? Here's the thing. It's like, they don't want that. If people wanted that, they would have gone and supported that. They aren't supporting it. They don't want it. So it makes absolutely no sense to me to shove it into YouTube where there's a bunch of people who don't want that. And that's why they're here. They wanted alternatives. And then you're like, okay, well, now that we've had this platform and that you didn't build either, you're going to come in and just hand it to Hollywood. If they wanted Hollywood, they would have supported Hollywood. The reason that's failing is because they aren't supporting Hollywood because they want this. And instead of giving them what they want, you're going to take that away too. So people like Kristen Stewart can come in and just put movies on YouTube. Because I can do crazy shit on there. But Hollywood won't. I keep noticing too. Hollywood won't give me the money to do my movies unless I do what they want. And I'm like, meanwhile, all these independents don't get anything, and they have to do it themselves from the ground up. And as soon as they build it up and get any attention, here they come. And I'm really pissed about it. I'm tired of it because I've seen it with webcomics. Came from that first. Come over here. You know, you have a whole other platform doing something else, and once again, the exact same thing happens again. People who think they're too good for it, that you're beneath them, and they mock you until it's too big to ignore, and then they think they should own it. Well, now that it's important, then I belong there. You don't. You just keep working peons, and everybody will move to something else, and they'll build that up, and then as soon as that gets big enough to be of notice, somebody will come in, and then they'll bring Hollywood and all them in over there too. Like podcasting and everything else. People were doing podcasts for years. Crickets from Hollywood. Now everybody and their dog has a podcast. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of it. They don't want you. If they wanted you, they would stick with you. They don't. They don't want you. So stop taking it from everybody else. You already had it. You already were the golden child over there. So why do you get to be the person over here too? I'm tired of it. There needs to be more work, more output, more connection, and less fear, and less fucking bureaucracy, and also less making billionaires more fucking billionaires. Basically, okay, Kristen Stewart, you have a bunch of fucking money. Why aren't you using your own damn money to make movies? Why do you need them to give you money? Yeah, it's making billionaires. And then so what happens is you guys aren't being handed a whole bunch of money to pretend you're somebody else. You aren't being handed a whole bunch of money to go make movies, because you're you. So now you're like, well, I'm just going to go over there and take it from them because I obviously am more important than they are. So I could just walk in and just make it and put it there because I can't get it put in real theater. So what am I going to do? Put it on YouTube? That's how it comes across. At least Markiplier, always stayed true to who he was. You're just looking to chase wherever the money is, wherever you think you can put your shit so you can get more attention and money for yourself. It's driving me insane. Get in line. We spend so much money. We're just like hemorrhaging money, making stuff in a system that honestly is not designed for us. So I know, let's go take another system that's not designed for us and take it over. Because they already built it up and did all the work. We'll just go take that now. Yeah, it sounds like a plan. Like we can't shoot in LA. It's absolutely impossible. And it's where our effing entire business was born. There's no way to play the game anymore. And they're talking about studios weren't even really there this year at the festival. Pay attention to me, pay attention to me. Here I'm in my sheer outfit so you can see my everything. Pay attention to me. And they talk about later just going on different stuff about, how she wants to make films and things. It just irritates me to no effing end that we're in a place now where everybody's worked really hard. And now I'm seeing post after post after post of people losing their monetization for nebulous reasons as they're changing algorithm. And I'm telling you, they're changing it for a couple of reasons. One, to push another audience through that more lines with the people in charge and where they're from. And another part is they're trying to make room for people like Kristen Stewart in Hollywood to come in. And of course, feel bad for the millionaire because she can't make any movies unless someone gives her money. You have money, do it yourself. Be like everybody else. Work your ass off. And then maybe you'll get big and then somebody will come in and take it from you. Because I'm tired of this. I keep seeing it and I'm tired of it. Whatever. I told you this was going to happen. Hate being right all the time. I really, really do. And people are like, I'm like, I hate it because I don't want to be right. And especially in something like this because it's going to hurt a lot more people than it's going to help. As the Hollywood, Kristen Stewarts and stuff just move right into the warm seats and people literally got the wood, stripped the wood, built made it into boards, built it into a chair, and everything else, built the whole room around the chair, did all the work. But now that it's all ready to go, she's just going to waltz right in and take it because, I'm so tired of the billionaires. I just want to go make what I want to make and no one's going to watch it. So I'll just put, I can't get in the theater. So I'll just put it on YouTube because, I'm Markiplier. Anyway, pisses me off. What do you think? Comment and let us know, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.